And now, Mike's thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, come take a journey through my mind. Come take away through my journey of what I am thinking about the latest drama that is coming out of Dallas. Because apparently, we're now in the middle of a standoff that might end with Micah Parsons becoming the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. But I just got one question for you guys. Why? Why? Why should Micah Parsons be the highest paid player non-quarterback in the NFL? Look, I'm not here to say that Micah Parsons isn't a beast. I'm not here to say that the guy cannot rush the passer. There is no doubt about it. He is electric. He changes games, but we are ready to hand him a blank check. Are we ready to put him up on this financial pedestal above the guys like Aaron Donald and Trent Williams and Tyreek Hill? Like, slow it down, baby. We're talking about the highest paid non-quarterback territory here. The elite of the elite. Not flashes of brilliance. Not with room to grow. Not like, hey, he's good if he just does this, this, and this. Let's not pretend that he has not been the model of consistency. Yes, he does rack up the stats, but he also disappears at times. And do not get me started on his run defense. And now the Cowboys are, quote, working out the deals of a deal with the number that has apparently got ownership sweating through their suits, but according to Jerry and Stephen Jones, they've got the structure down. They got the length down. They got the guaranteed money down. They got the total value down as well. But the actual money, the money part, is still a mess. But Micah Parsons thinks he is worth the more of what they're offering. Micah Parsons thinks he is worth the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Stephen Jones put it plainly. There's a difference. There is a difference in what he feels and what is the right number and what he feels is the right number. You think? Onside wants reasonable caps. Management wants the moon. But while this is going on, Micah Parsons is showing up for offseason programs, which is no surprise. And you know what? That is good. Props to him. But let's not act like this makes him some type of martyr. That's his job. He should be there. And Aaron Jones spins in like he's some heroic leadership arc. It will be a downer if he gets a big contract but doesn't step up as a leader. Guess what, Jerry? It's been even more of a downer if you throw in franchise-altering money at a player whose leadership is still questioning and who hasn't proved he can carry his team in big moments. Guess what, Jerry? It's still even more of a downer if you throw a franchise-altering money at a player whose leadership is still in question. Let me repeat that for you one more time. It is a downer if you throw $40, $45, $50 million at a non-quarterback and he is not the leadership on your team. And let's talk about Micah himself. It's all not about the money. It's all about the team. Thinks I'm worth. Okay. But what if you think your worth doesn't line up with what you earned? Then we got a problem because so far Parsons has really been good. Not record-shattering, but break the bank rate. Slow it down, baby. Now, even he admits that he might be not fully participant on the field this offseason. He says he's more of a walkthrough type of guy. And here's there's out of respect of Coach Brian Schottenheimer. He's trying to learn the playbook in person. Fine, whatever. But it sounds good. Like a guy already calculating how much he has to do. Not someone who's setting the tone for a team like he's supposed to. Out the value. It's not the highlight reels. The Cowboys almost bloated the salary cap system last year, and now we're seriously talking about making Micah Parsons the highest paid non-quarterback in league history. Not yet. Slow it down, baby. Get a deal done, sure. But let's not lose our... You ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off, get it hype. This man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman. Everybody bringing heat. You don't really want to try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk.
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckott Show with the Man Hour Show to manhourradio.com. Guys, pick up the merchandise page, record, become a member down below. In the link below, there's a subscribe button and there's a membership tab. Click on either one of those. If you're on Facebook, click on the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, click on the membership tab. It's $4.99 a month, guys. You get free merch, you get hats, hoodies, t-shirts, sweats, etc. Plus, you get free entry into all of our week 18 or weekly NFL pick'ems, all 18 weeks. Last year, we gave around. We gave over $1,000 away for every week and $10,000 in the grand prize. So money, dollar bills, y'all. But we got some people in the chat. We got to welcome. We got my man Alpha Rob in the chat. What's up, Buck Nasty? What is up, Alpha Rob? What's going on, brother? We got Real McCoy in the chat as well. He says Parson looks good because he plays for Dallas and everybody else sucks. Real McCoy, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Micah Parsons looks good because he is an elite pass rusher. Micah Parsons looks good because he is an elite pass rusher. One more time for the people in the back. Micah Parsons looks elite because he's an elite pass rusher. He's a terrible run stopper. If you run at him, he folds like a $2 whore. But let's just be honest. Let's just talk about that story for a different day. And we got Jackson Sullivan in the chat said you should start playing Fortnite. Jackson, I do play a little bit of Fortnite. And I play maybe once a month. It takes me 30 minutes to download the updates. I get irritated. I play one game. I land, boom, headshot. I'm like, fuck this game. So probably not. I'm not the best gamer out there, guys. But guys, this is live, raw, uncut NFL talk. We've been scouring the old interwebs, and we're going to be talking about the old NFC West today. We talked about the AFC West, the AFC, NFC North, the NFC, AFC West, East, and then the NFC and AFC South. This is the last division, and quite arguably, guys, this might be a division that I have been kind of overlooking. This might be a division that, I'm thinking like, damn, right? This might be a division that is going to shock some people in 2025. Now, I said I love the LA Rams. I love how they added Devante Adams. I love how they cut ties with like Cooper Kupp. But let's just be honest. The rest of the division is not that bad. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and set the scene. Let me set the scene for you guys. The last pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, dead last, 262nd overall pick. Fast forward 2 years into some dude landing the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. We are talking about the one and only Brock Purdy. You cannot write that. That's not a football story. That is a Hollywood script. Guys, Brock Purdy has went from Mr. Irrelevant to NFC Championship game his rookie season. Yes, he came in week 10 or whatever it was. The following season, lead the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. Of course, they did lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. And then last season, obviously, we know what happened, kind of a dumpster fire. But let's break it down. The question that I want to ask you guys, is Brock Purdy worth top quarterback money? Is Brock Purdy worthy to get paid the highest salary in the NFL? Let's break it down. In 2022, guys, comes in a cold lights. He comes in colds and lights up the defense. And he takes the San Francisco 49ers to the NFC Championship game. He does go down with that PCL injury, but not before proving that he belonged. Later in that offseason, the 49ers actually traded away Trey Lance. They said, Jimmy G, get out of here. We don't want you either. Brock Purdy is our guy. 2023, he does come a full-time starter. He has the command, he has the poise, he has a rhythm. He's got Kyle Shanahan's offense humming. The San Francisco 49ers get all the way to the Super Bowl, only to fall to the Kansas City Chiefs in overtime because they did not know the overtime rules. Still, it's clear that Brock Purdy is no fluke. Then 2024 hits. This team just flat out collapsed. The San Francisco 49ers were riddled with injuries, the recession, the locker room vibes, whatever it was a crash in 2024 with the 6-11 record. Suddenly the whisper starts. Was it all the system? Is Purdy really the guy? Is this just a plug and play guy? And yet, here's the kicker. In 2025, Brock Purdy is only set to make $5.3 million. That's right, $5.3 million total. Daniel Jones is out here cashing $40 million checks. Kyler Murray's nearly cashing a $46 million check. And Brock Purdy is straight up daylight robbery for the San Francisco 49ers. So the question is, guys, is Brock Purdy worth top quarterback money? Let me give you some reasons for and against it, right? This is the case for. Effectively, in 2023, he did lead the league in passer rating, yards per attempt. The dude was flat out surgical. He was poised, he was never rattled, and he knew where to go with the ball, right? He knew to go where with the ball over and over again. Wins, that is when the team is healthy, he wins, period. No question about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. He is a dog. Now, the case against Brock Purdy to becoming the top paid quarterback is the dreaded system quarterback argument, right? The plug-and-play system. Is it the Kyle Shanahan system? Is it Brock Purdy, or is it Kyle Shanahan? People say you could plug in a smart backup quarterback and still get 85% of the output. The ceiling of Brock Purdy, he's a really good quarterback. Now, he is not Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen type of level, but one bad season and all the questions start to flood in. Can he carry a team when the team breaks down? AKA, when the injuries start to pile up, can he officially carry the team? The final verdict, top-tier quarterback money, yes. Brock Purdy is a tier 1 quarterback. The highest paid quarterback in the NFL, slow it down, baby. Not quite yet. Let's see what he does in 2025. Let's waffle around the answer a little bit. If he bounces back, grow, and if he's able to grow off of the script and get the 49ers back into the postseason, give him that bag. But today, he is just in that Jared Goff, Dak Prescott range. I'm thinking about $45 to $50 million per season. Not Patrick Mahomes' money, not the rest of the guys' money. And I misspoke. Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the league, but not Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow type money. He should be probably 6-7 range. So, guys, what do you guys think? Should Brock Purdy be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? The answer is yes or no, right? But it's a very complex thing. Alpha Rob says, no, he's not. He can't take over a game like the elite quarterbacks can. And when you get paid elite money, $45, $50, $60 million a season, you expect to be elite. However, Alpha Rob, this is the kicker of that. This is the kicker that even if you are above average quarterback, if you're ranked 14th, 13th, 12th, and unfortunately that's just the way it is. It sucks. But just the way it is. Real McCoy says Purdy wasn't looking pretty last season. San Francisco was already looking for a new quarterback. And honestly, that's probably why they have not signed a deal yet, right? That is probably why they have not signed a deal. Let's just be honest. But moving forward. Now, let's talk about this team as a whole. Because the 6-11 mark in 2024, that is a cause for a crisis in San Francisco. That's not a oops, that is a down year. That's the kind of season that gets coordinators fired and that gets the coaches on the hot seat. Now, Vegas has the 49ers, the 2025 San Francisco 49ers over-under with a win total of 10.5. So are we buying the bounce back in 2025 for the San Francisco 49ers, or are they a losing team? Let's break down both sides. The case for the over. The 11-plus wins for the San Francisco 49ers in 2025. Bounce back history. Kyle Shanahan squads usually don't stay down for long. We've seen this before. We've seen them struggle and then get back to the Super Bowl. We've seen them struggle a game or two and then bounce back right. And the San Francisco 49ers still have star elite power. They still have CMC. They still have Brandon Ayuk, Kittle, Bosa, and Warner. Just to name a few, that's still a war chest of elite players. They still got talent across the board. Year 3, Brock Purdy was not very good. Year 2, Brock Purdy was pretty damn good. What are we going to get from year 40? Is that worth 11 wins alone? Probably not, but you know what? It is a system quarterback. Health, luck, rebounds. Obviously, the San Francisco 49ers guys were one of the most injured teams in the NFL. Can they rebound and get healthy? 2024 was a nightmare for them, and laws of average says that they will stay healthier. Now, the NFC West isn't scary on the books. On paper, they're not scary. But to me, I think the West sneakily might be the best division in football. The Rams are solid, but they're getting a little older, a little long in the tooth. The Seahawks and Cardinals, they're rebuilding, right? But they're still pretty damn good. So with that being said, if the NFC West is down like a lot of people are expecting, the San Francisco 49ers should easily get 5 wins just out of there. 11 plus wins is a very, very good possibility. Now, if you want to vote the under, right, I am with you on that as well. I feel that 2024 may have exposed some real flaws. The offensive line issue, the defense of like cracks, and the locker room noise, just to name a few things. And the real question is Brock Purdy's talent limited? Now, of course, we have the contract drama with Brandon Ayuk's contract extension looming, the older vets breaking down, the cap tightening up. That is a cocktail for chaos. And they have a sneakily tough schedule as well. Let's just be honest. But my final pick, am I doing over and like under? I got to go slightly over from the San Francisco 49ers in 2025. I got to go slightly over. I'm picking 11 and 6. I am leaning more toward the optimistic side here. Too much talent, too much pride, and I don't see Shanahan letting his team fail into mediocrity 2 years in a row. But I will tell you what, that 10.5 line is sharp. It wouldn't shock me if they go 10-7 and miss it by a game, but I am picking the over. So, guys, in the comments below, over under the San Francisco 49ers in 2025. My man Harry's in the chat. He says, dude, besides a very few years, the NFC East is the toughest division, and it ain't even close. Listen, Harry. The AFC East has not been the toughest division in football for a very, very long time. If you look at the recent past, I would say the AFC North was stronger than the East, the AFC West. Hell, I may even put the AFC South above the NFC East. So, Harry, don't be all crazy up here now, man. But I'm telling you, the NFC West is a real deal. What's up, Let's Go Sports? I see you, big guy. Thank you for joining us today. Now, let's move on to this Arizona Cardinals. Let's talk about Kyler Murray. Yes, that Kyler Murray. Is he still the guy for the Redbirds? Is this the year that he fully bounces back? Let's dive into it. So let's rewind for a second. Kyler Murray in 2024, coming off that ACL tear from the year before, you could see it, right? He just wasn't the same dude on the ground. The explosiveness, the improvisation in his legs, dialed down big time. But here is the thing. It wasn't all bad. He still had flashes of that trademark quick release and his arm talent, the playmaking juice. The stuff that reminds you that why he was the number one pick. But that rushing threat, the one that makes the defense lose sleep, just wasn't there in 2024. Now, let's flash back to a month and a half ago. Flashback to March. Kyler Murray said something very, very interesting. Something that he told reporters that kind of blew me off, right? He told reporters he's planning to run more in 2025, and that got to make me thinking. Does Kyler Murray need to run for the for the Arizona Cardinals for them to be successful this season? Well, let's break it down. When Kyler Murray is at his best, he's a dual threat nightmare. You just can't play coverage. You just can't blitz him. If you're not disciplined, he is going to go for 25 yards and a first down. Think back to 2020, his Pro Bowl season. 819 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns. That kind of production doesn't help an offense. It transforms it. Makes them amazing, makes them elite. Design runs, scrambles, RPOs. When he is moving, that defense gets stressed. Safeties start to cheat up. Receivers get more space. Play action becomes more deadly. It is that chaos factor that is elite that makes Kyler Murray a potentially elite quarterback. And right now, the Arizona Cardinals need that chaos. They do not have a dominant offensive line. They are not a bully in the running game. Kyler's legs are the X factor that keeps the defense honest. And let's not forget red zone Kyler as a runner. Certified cheat code. He finishes drives, but he can't go full out Lamar Jackson. Not after that ACL tear. You are not giving him 12 to 15 carries a game. That is reckless. You got to be smart. You got to think more of the Jalen Hurts type of style. 5 to 7 quality runs a game, controlled, selected, and impactful. Now, if he finds a nice even balance in 2025 with his playmaking, the legs, and the leadership, this offense can go from decent to dangerous. And speaking of the offense, how about the Cardinals offense as a whole? They shocked some people last season, right? But guys, let me ask you this question. Does Kyler Murray have to use his legs in 2024 to be considered an elite quarterback? Does Kyler Murray have to scramble all the time and rush the ball 15, 16, 18 times a game for the Arizona Cardinals to be great? When you look at the Arizona Cardinals, guys, they shocked some people last season. They shocked people last season with their 8 wins. Of course, they had no playoffs, but they were frisky, right? They were persistent. And like now, Las Vegas has them over under 8.5 wins in 2024 or 2025. I'm sorry. Now let's play the little over under game, shall we? The case for the over: 9 wins or more. 8.5 wins is the total. So 9 wins or more. This is a case for them. Kyler Murray is now 2 years post ACL. You bet that mobility is coming back. He's got a full offseason, no rehab, no restrictions, and the addition of Marvin Harrison Jr. for the second season. That guy had a hell of a rookie season. Now he's going to be a game changer. From day one in 2024, Marvin Harrison Jr. gives you a legit wide receiver one. And now his second year gives him a legit, even more legit wide receiver one, a potential top 10 receiver in the NFL. It helps Kyler. It helps James Conner. It opens up the whole offense. And do not sleep on their defense either. Jonathan Gannon's fingerprints are all over it. They added talent, and they just keep getting better and better and better. Factors in, but they also have a potentially favorable schedule as well. So 9 or 10 wins, very, very realistic. But with that being said, I feel that the Arizona Cardinals definitely overachieved a little bit in 2024. I think the ball bounced their way a lot of the times in 2024. And it would not shock me if they do get the under, because they're still a very, very young team. Marvin Harrison Jr. is still a second-year player. Hell, Kyler Murray is still a young player. The defense has some new pieces, a.k.a. Josh Sweat, and chemistry takes time. And let's be honest, the NFC is no cakewalk in the park anymore. You have the Eagles, you have the Lions, you have the Cowboys, you have the Packers. Hell, you can even throw the Falcons and Bears up there. They're stinkingly good now. Plus, if Kyler Murray isn't all the way back physically, he tries to do too much hero ball, that could stall the offense very, very quickly. So my final pick for the Arizona Cardinals in 2025, I'm feeling the over. I'm feeling like 9-8, maybe even 10-7 if things break right. They are not a playoff lock yet. Do not get it twisted, but they are in the mix. And if Kyler Murray is running again in the right way, this team becomes a real sleeper. So what do you guys think? Are you buying stock in Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals guys with the 8.5 wins over or under? Are the Cardinals legit, or are they just some other team that teases us in September and fades away in December, a.k.a. the Chicago Bears? Guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Now, let's talk about the boldest of the boldest moves of this NFL offseason. Let's talk about the LA Rams cutting Cooper Kupp and signing Devante Adams. Yeah, let's let that sink in for a little bit. You guys heard me right. The LA Rams released Cooper Kupp to bring in Devante Adams. Sean McVay did not just make a personnel change. He dropped a message to the entire NFC, say, we are not rebuilding, we are reloading. So the question is now, what can we expect from the Devante Adams in 2024 wearing those horns instead of the jet green, the black and silver, or the Green Bay Packers green and yellow? Let's break it down. 1, when you go from an aging Aaron Rodgers, there's a quarterback upgrade. Say what you want about Matthew Stafford's age, but when it comes to the man's health, he is a gamer. Adams went to Las Vegas to Derek Carr. Derek Carr wasn't there. Aiden O'Connell was there. Bad, bad man. Aaron Rodgers was in New York. Bad, bad man. Now, he's got a Super Bowl championship with one of the best arms in football with Aaron Rodgers back at the Green Bay Packers, but let's just be honest. Last year's Aaron Rodgers was not it, right? You put Devante in a precision timing offense like Sean McVay, we could be looking at a monster bounce back. Guys, Devante Adams' name has been out of our mouths for the last couple of seasons, but he's been putting up numbers. He's been putting up numbers. And Sean McVay's magic, right? Sean McVay can seem anyone open, even a slow-ass Cooper Kupp. He can scheme anyone open, but now he gets a guy who wins his routes before the snap is even done. Devante Adams has one of the quickest steps off the ball I've seen in a very, very long time. You will see Devante Adams in motion, stack sets, slot work, boundary. The whole route tree is Devante Adams' table. Now, think how Cooper Kupp was used in 2021. Now, picture that with one of the best one-on-one route runners in the last decade. And the third reason that I think Devante Adams could have a huge season is in LA, he is not the only guy anymore. Let's just be honest. When he was in Vegas, he was the man, the myth, the legend. It was end-all, be-all through him. Now you got Puka that is going to keep DBs honest. You got Kyren Williams in the backfield that is going to keep the defensive balance. You got Tyler Higbee stretching the seams. Devante Adams won't be blanketed on every play. That opens up the door for cleaner looks and more effective targets. But hey, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100, baby. There's two reasons why I do not think that he will have a great season as well. Number one, Father Time is undefeated. Age is creeping in. Devante Adams turns 33 this season. That is tough. That's usually the edge of the cliff for a precision-based route, a precision-based route runner like Devante Adams. Now, to his credit, he has not dropped off yet. He still had 1,100 plus yards last season in a messy Raiders offense, and then the following season he did break over 1,000 yards yet again with the Raiders and the Jets. But let's not ignore the facts. Father Time doesn't miss. The question whether he get one more elite year in the tank or not, or if it fades starts to show ASAP. And then the second reason, the targets will dip. In Vegas, he was the offense. In LA, he is a part of the machine. His raw volume could dip slightly, but I argue his efficiency will actually go up with better looks and smarter design. So my projections for Devante Adams in 2025, I am penciling in 95 to 105 catches and 1,200 to 1,300 yards receiving with 10-plus touchdowns. That is wide receiver one production all day long. And if Stafford stays healthy and Sean McVay does his thing, we could be talking Pro Bowl. Maybe even All-Pro. If the Rams make noise in the AFC West, if they win the West and they get a home playoff game, they are going to go to the Super Bowl. If Devante Adams does what he thinks he does, they are going to go to the Super Bowl and they are going to win a lot of games. So in the comments below, guys, let me know. What do you think about the move, how they go? I see you guys are commenting, and I love you guys for that. We're trying something a little bit different. We'll see how it plans out. Let me know what you guys think. Now, the LA Rams. Now, let's widen the lens a little bit here, guys, right? Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back and look at the LA Rams as a whole. The Rams are coming off a shocking 10-win season in 2024. When I say shocking, because the first 6-7 weeks when Puka and Kupp were both hurt, everybody said trade Matthew Stafford, trade Kupp, get whatever you can, tank for the rest of the season. Like, no, hold my beer. We're going to win 10 games, and then we're going to make the playoffs. Not only are we going to make the playoffs, we're going to upset the Minnesota Vikings, and then we're going to push the Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional round. Yes, we may have got slaughtered a little bit in the divisional round, but you know what? It is what it is. We still did our thing. And now Vegas has him pegged to win 9.5 wins in 2025. So, guys, over under for the LA Rams, 9.5 wins in 2025. Let me give you a case for the over. Sean McVay is that dude. It is what it is. Sean McVay is a great coach. He's a great X's and O's coach. He puts people in right positions to win. We see it year after year after year. He is an elite coach. Matthew Stafford, when he is upright, his arm is still a problem. Matthew Stafford is still that dog if he's able to stand upright and be healthy. With Devante Adams, Puka, Kyron Williams, and Higbee, this offseason may be better than last year's. And if you remember, even without Aaron Donald, that defense last season was top 12 in scoring. They got young talent, they got some sneaky good signings, and the culture knows how to win. This team has identity, it has swagger, and it has community, right? Now, if you are a bet man and you want to bet the under, there's several reasons why you should bet the under as well. As I just boasted, Matthew Stafford, he's the man, the myth, the legend. He has arm talent. It is scary, but his health is a huge question mark. One bad hit, and this offense changes overnight. This offense is built and schemed around Matthew Stafford, and you cannot ignore the fact that he is 37 years old. And the NFC West, it's no vacation. It is one of the best divisions in football. San Francisco 49ers will be a juggernaut. The Arizona Cardinals are going to be on a rise and shock some people. And the Seattle Seahawks, they're always a tough out, no matter what they're doing. Plus, the schedule ain't that soft either. Lions, Ravens, Eagles, Texans on the line, just like on the slate. That's a gauntlet. But the final call for me for the LA Rams in 2025, I got to go over. I got to go over the 9.5 wins. I got them at 10 or 11 wins this NFL season. Maybe they don't run the table, but they're going to be right there in the playoff mix. Devante Adams isn't just a name anymore. He's a matchup nightmare in LA. And when McVay gets a new toy, he is going to use it. So, guys, what are your thoughts? LA fans, do the Rams run it back in 2025? Or was last year the lightning strike before the storm's clouds arose? As over under 9.5 wins for the LA Rams in 2025. I see them bringing Ramsey back. If they do that, their defense will be crazy good. Jalen Ramsey is shipped to sail. Let's go, sports. Let's just be honest. His ship has 100% sailed. All right, folks. Let's talk about the Seahawks now. Let's talk about the Seahawks, and let me tell you what. This might have been the strangest offseason I've seen from any team in the last decade. The last 10 years that I've really focused on the NFL game, this has been one of the biggest head-scratching offseasons I like I have seen. I mean, what happened up there in the Pacific Northwest? They traded away Geno Smith. They traded DK Metcalf. They released Tyler Lockett. Now, that is just not a few tweaks. That's an on-full-out purge of the offensive identity we have come to know and in their place. Enter Sam Darnold. So you traded away DK Metcalf. You traded away Tyler Lockett. You traded away Geno Smith. You bring in Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. Like, wait, what is going on? Yes, that Sam Darnold. The same guy that we've seen bounce from the Jets to the Panthers, to the 49ers, and now to the 49ers. Yes, he was a top 5 quarterback last season, but stepping into a new starting role in Seattle under second-year head coach Mike Macdonald. Now, here's the biggest question I'm going to throw out for the day. Can Sam Darnold actually fit into the new Seattle Seahawks system? Let's break it down. Guys, I have been trying to turn over this new leaf. I've been trying to turn over this brand new leaf and really try to understand. I'm trying to be optimistic here. Number one, simple and structured offense. Mike Macdonald is a defensive-minded coach. And you can bet that he will want ball control in 2024. Run-first approach. That will work in Sam Darnold's favor. The guy has struggled when he's asked to be Superman. But in a clean, scripted system, he can look like a top 5 quarterback yet again. And if they borrowed anything from the Kyle Shanahan tree, you're going to see a lot of play actions, a lot of boots, and a lot of quick reads. It is not crazy that Sam Darnold cannot hold the fort in 2025. Now, reason number 2 that I can think that he'll be perfect in the system is the Seattle Seahawks are not expecting to win the Super Bowl. Hell, the Seattle Seahawks are not even expecting to make the playoffs. They are clearly in a rebuild mode. Sam Darnold is walking in with less weight on his shoulders than ever before. That freedom can finally let him play and just not overthink and not compensate, right? Let him ball out. And guys, Sam Darnold is sneaky athletic. People forget that Sam Darnold can move. He is mobile enough to work with the bootlegs and the RPO, and that might give the offense just enough variety to survive in 2025. But there's also the flip side. There's also what is going on on the other channel. The reality check. Turnovers, and some more turnovers. Sam Darnold's career interception rate is scary. He makes head-scratching decisions under pressure, and if Seattle's trying to play the field possession game, grinded out game, you cannot have your quarterback giving away free possessions, as the Minnesota Vikings when they try to beat the Rams and the Lions the last 2 weeks of the season. Now, number 2, legitimately, who is he going to throw to? Yes, there is no DK Metcalf. Yes, there is no Tyler Lockett. And Jackson Smith Najigba should be your number 1 guy. But can Cooper Kupp really come in and be the solid number 2? Can Cooper Kupp really come in there and try to right the ship a little bit? And let's be real. This is probably a bridge year. Seattle is likely drafting a quarterback in 2026 and or 2027 unless Sam Darnold goes full Cinderella mode yet again, keeping the seat warm. Guys, the bottom line, can Sam Darnold function in Mike Macdonald's system? Sure. Can he thrive in it? That's where I'm not sold. If the Seahawks play elite defense, run the ball well, and Sam Darnold avoids meltdown moments, they can be competitive. But if they're asking him to carry anything, we've seen how it ends. It doesn't end good. Not at all. So let me ask you guys about wins in 2025. Vegas has Seattle Seahawks over under 8.5 wins after a 10-win season in 2024, which came down to the wire in week 18 if they're going to make the playoffs or not. It's fair to ask, are they building something sneaky or are they just beginning the rebuild? Let's look at both sides of that number. 8.5 wins. For the case over, Mike Macdonald might be the next big coaching star. What he did in the Baltimore Ravens defense was pure chess. Now, he does have young talent in Seattle. Witherspoon, Maffey. There's a potential for a top 10 defense here. If Darnold makes game-managing moves, avoids disaster plays, and runs the ball effectively, they could sneak out a bunch of low-scoring wins. However, the case for the under is more promising, right? The offense is a ghost town. They do have a number 1 receiver, but he has never been a number 1 receiver. They have no real tied end yet, and Sam Darnold is starting to question marks. Yes, I understand Coop and Jackson Smith, right? But let's just be honest. Mike Macdonald may be a defensive wizard, but 2-year head coaches are going to go through growing pains, especially when they're trying to rebuild a culture and break in the new quarterback. And let's not forget that the division is tough. Niners are still loaded, Rams are surging, and the Cardinals are sneakily dangerous. Seattle might be the 4th best roster in the NFC West, and that is a climb. The final verdict, I'm going to go under. I feel like 7-10 and an 8-8-9 team. Will they be competitive? Yes. Will they be contenders? No. It is a transformation year. They will lean on their defense. They will fight hard. But unless Sam Darnold morphs into something that we've never seen before or last season into Minnesota, Seattle is really not ready to take that next step. At least not yet. But hey, that's just my thoughts. That is my take. Well, what do you guys think? Is Sam Darnold playing for his NFL life and might just shock us all? Or is it all just a prelude to a shiny new quarterback in 2026? What do you guys think? Over, under 8.5 wins for the Seattle Seahawks moving forward. Guys, legitimately, what do you guys think? Fast-paced show, yes or no? This is the second day, trying to get the hang of it, trying to figure out the nice little cues. Guys, let me know how we can improve the show, right? At manhour_buck. Hit me up on the old Twitter machine, and bada bing, bada boom, we will talk about it. But, as you guys know, spring is in the air. Spring is in the air, and that means it's a magical time again when we hope spring shines in the Colts head Q, where quarterback Anthony Richardson has made his glorious return back to the facility, ready to kick the offseason program's ass. This time with a slightly different vibe. You know, like fighting for his job vice. Yes, our former golden boy, the chosen one, Mr. number 4 overall pick himself, is now in quarterback competition. And that's not with anyone, folks. Oh, no. He's in battle with Daniel Jones. That's right, Danny Dimes himself, freshly imported on a 1-year contract because nothing says franchise ability like putting your future in the hands of a guy who is literally just let go by the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. But guys, don't you worry. Richardson's not bothered. In fact, Anthony Richardson said he's excited to learn from Daniel Jones. You know, all the lessons from a quarterback who's thrown more picks than touchdowns for some seasons valuable stuff. Now, in case you forgot, Richardson was the named starter practically the moment he was drafted on the stage last year. Big arm, big height, but the fairy tale ending quickly ended when he was benched not once, but twice. For drum roll, please. Joe Flacco. Yes, right. That Joe Flacco, the walking time capsule from 2012. So here we are in 2025. Anthony Richardson, fresh off the 50.6 completion rate. He spent off-season grinding in Florida, work on his footwork, pocket expressions, and being calm, which is great because what you really want from your franchise quarterback is for him to know that he can figure out how not to panic in the pocket. To his credit, this is his first real offense without injury rehab. So, hey, we're finally seeing the guy throw without counting every pass like it's a golden battalion. And what's the secret ingredient for winning the quarterback job in Indy? According to head coach Shane Steichen, not arm strength, not athleticism, but consistency, which in context means please just complete a pass more than half of the time and don't implode after 2 quarters. So buckle up, Indianapolis Colts fans. The quarterback of the century, Richardson versus Daniel Jones, is officially underway. Will it be a bounce-back season for a young phenomenon or a resonance of a best guys known for tripping over his own feet on national TV? Only time will tell, guys. Until then, we're out.
Now it's time to take off. Gotta keep it live and raw. Better stay tuned in. Man, our NFL talk. I know that you ready for more. They on the field, ready for war. Who's in the lead? I'm checking the score. We about to do it like never before. NFL live, uncut, raw. This is Man Hour NFL Talk. Let's go.